All right. Hey guys, this is Payne with another MLB The Show simulation broadcast. This one between the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays at Yankees Stadium. I don't know why the Yankees are on there first, but yeah, I am making this intro because once again, this game has no intro. It's a very interesting game, mainly because this is practically the division series that wasn't. This is also really good timing too, because while I'm recording this broadcast, game 3 of the division series, where the actual like real life Rays are playing right now, and what has been a very exciting game, but eventually got to go around to this as we start off the broadcast here. This is very quick, 3 innings, and yeah, let's get into it.
And that'll bring in Yandy Diaz.
And we are into the top of the first inning here from Yankee Stadium. Two American League East rivals, the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays, two possible playoff hopes.
And we're underway as the first pitch is a check swing,
Especially when this video was aired back in April. The first pitch from starting pitcher Jordan Montgomery to the first baseman Yandy Diaz is a called strike. It'll be Diaz, the designated hitter Randy Arozarena, the hero last October, and looks like the hero this October too, as Diaz hits one to right field. Aaron Judge moving to his left and will make the catch for out number 1. The lineup for Tampa Bay is Diaz, Arozarena, and Meadows. The second baseman Michael Brosseau batting cleanup. Manuel Margot batting 5th. Francisco Mejia. He'll be behind the plate batting 6th. Joey Wendell, the third baseman, batting 7th. Batting 8th is Willie Adames, and batting 9th is the center fielder Brett Phillips. Montgomery, the windup man. The first pitch to Arozarena is a called strike on the outside corner. Montgomery 6-7 with an ERA of 3.83. The starting pitcher for Tampa Bay. Rays fans are not going to like this. Tyler Glasnow is the starter for this. He played a little bit in 2021. Is expected to be mainly in a rehab start next year. And after a couple of contract negotiations, might be ready to pitch for the Rays in 2023 if another team doesn't sign him. The 0-2 pitch from Montgomery is upstairs at a fastball above the zone 1-2. Defensively for the New York Yankees, on the mound is Montgomery. Behind the...
One out, nobody on.
We are doing this. And the 1-2 by Montgomery is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Sanchez bobbles the ball, runs over in front of the plate, throws to first. And Montgomery gets his first strikeout of the day and the second out of the inning. And we now go to the right fielder, Austin Meadows. I'm going to cut this out in editing. I don't know why we're having ads here in the middle of at-bats, man. Come on, man. First pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 1 to Meadows. Montgomery and the windup, 0-1. That is a foul chopper, rolls away from the plate towards the third base dugout, 0-2. So defensively, Montgomery on the mound. Gary Sanchez is behind the plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch by Jordan Montgomery is a check swing, low and away. 1-2 to Meadows. And the infield, Gio Urshela is the third baseman. Gleyber Torres, the shortstop. Rougned Odor, the second baseman. DJ LeMahieu, the first baseman. The 1-2 pitch. And that one is a foul ball down the first base side. Foul away. And the outfield at left is Brett Gardner. Center field is Aaron Hicks. Right field is Aaron Judge. And Giancarlo Stanton is the designated hitter. The 1-2 pitch by Montgomery. This one a ground ball fielded by Torres, the shortstop. The Yankees were in the shift with Odor in short right field, and that will end the top of the first inning. A 1-2-3 for Jordan Montgomery as we go to the bottom of the first. Yankees coming up.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box.
And now we're in the bottom of the first inning. Tyler Glasnow, before he was taken out and done for the year in 2021, he was 5-2 with an ERA of 2.66 in 14 starts.
Now here's the pitch.
And the first pitch from Glasnow to DJ LeMahieu is a ball up and away. So the first 3 hitters for the Yankees: LeMahieu, the first baseman, Aaron Judge, the right fielder, and Aaron Hicks, the center fielder. The catcher behind the plate for the Rays, Francisco Mejia. And Glasnow, the 1-0 pitch, swung on and foul. It puts LeMahieu down on one knee.
that pitch all night if he doesn't have.
And currently the game between the Rays and the Red Sox in the bottom of the 10th. Game is tied at 4, and the 1-1 pitch is a strike called up in the zone, 1-2. This is the first year where the MLB is not going to have a runner on second base in extras. It's going to be normal extra innings, as Glasnow throws one up in the zone, 2-2 above the zone.
You can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different.
And the Rays trying to make a statement early, but Glasnow having trouble with his control here against LeMahieu, as you got a little bit of a haze here from Yankee Stadium. And the payoff pitch is a shot down the third base line that will fall fair, possibly for 2, but LeMahieu's going to stay at first, and it'll be a leadoff single in the bottom of the first inning. LeMahieu's getting things going for Aaron Judge. And he got a curveball just on the outside corner, and the Yankees looking to make some noise here in the bottom of the first. Keep in mind, this is a 3-inning game. First pitch up in the zone to Judge. Let's start off the count at 1-0. The rest of the lineup for the Yankees: Stanton is the designated hitter batting cleanup. Shortstop Torres, the left fielder Brett Gardner, Gary Sanchez batting 7th, Urshela 8th. Second baseman Rougned Odor is the 9-hitter, as Judge swings and misses and evens the count up at 1-1. The New York Yankees are in contrast with the Tampa Bay Rays, as they had, even though they had a 90-win season, their 2021 campaign is what many would consider disappointing. Glasnow, the 1-1 pitch, up and in, 2 balls, 1 strike. That one just under the New York Yankees logo on the pinstripe jersey of Judge. 2-1 to wind up the pitch, swing and a miss. Glasnow showing his speed of a 97-mile-an-hour heater. And the Yankees were fighting for an American League wildcard spot for the longest time in the month of September and August. And the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, as Glasnow gets Judge swinging on the outside corner for the first out of the first inning. And it brings up the center fielder Aaron Hicks.
When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches.
And the Yankees, there was at one point where no one even knew if they were going to go to the playoffs at all. First pitch is a wild pitch. A ball gets away from Mejia. Running the second is LeMahieu, and he's going to get through on a wild pitch. And the Yankees, with 1 out in the bottom of the first, have a runner in scoring position on a ball that got away in the dirt away from Mejia. And start off the count at 1-0. So the Yankees would eventually get the second wild card spot and faced off against the Boston Red Sox in what many have said to be the most important playoff game. Or not the most important, but it was a game that was very reminiscent of the 78 AL East tiebreaker, where Bucky Dent hit a home run against the Red Sox that eventually led them to the World Series that year. As Hicks fouls this one away on a 1-1 pitch. Count now a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second base for the Yankees. Glasnow in the stretch getting the side from Mejia. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Glasnow is excited for that. Mejia is excited. And it is a huge strikeout right there for Tyler Glasnow. Keeps the runner at second. Brings up Giancarlo Stanton.
When the pitcher offers up a good hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up.
And in that wild card game, the Red Sox beat the Yankees and ended their season. There were really 2 guys that really performed consistently on offense for the Yankees all year. That was Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge. And there was also one moment in the first where Stanton hit a single that looked like a home run to everyone, including the Yankees radio broadcaster John Sterling. And the count now at 2 balls and no strikes above the zone. There were some people who were making fun of Sterling because he's old and he's done this before, but he wasn't the only one who thought it was a home run. A lot of people thought that was going to be out of the green monster. But instead it was a single, and that really shifted the momentum and took the energy out of the Yankees dugout. Runner on second base, count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Glasnow in the stretch, gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch is another foul ball. And the count is even at 2-2. And definitely, for sure, those two guys are going to stay with the Yankees in 2022. They have produced so much for the team, even if they didn't get to this point. And the 2-2 pitch is hit well, hit deep, going into center field. Back goes Brett Phillips, and the New York Yankees in the bottom of the first with 2 outs, taking the wind out of Glasnow on a very well hit 2-run shot by Giancarlo Stanton.
And this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
And the Yankees jumping onto a 2-0 lead. Not gonna lie, I thought about doing one of those John Sterling calls, but no, it's definitely way past that. What did he call it? Stantonian? A few days ago, he had a Stantonian single. Here, no way that was a single, as you see that fall into the Yankees bullpen. And the Pinstripes got a 2-0 lead. Glasnow against the shortstop, Gleyber Torres. First pitch up and in the corner on the outside. Strike called, 0-1. And so going forward, it'll be very interesting to see what would happen to the New York Yankees. Who would stay, who's going to go, and the 0-1 pitch is fouled off. He'll go towards the dugout along the first base side. Count no balls, 2 strikes. Glasnow ahead of the count, looking to strike out the side against the Yankees. The 0-2 pitch is a check swing in the dirt, low and outside. A ball and 2 strikes.
I know it looked like it was way off the plate. Good job not swinging at it.
It'll be interesting to see who will stay in the Yankees organization. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3 on an inside fastball, and Glasnow.
Grammarly helps you work more efficiently, which makes accomplishing your work goals easier.
Strikes out the side, but the Yankees would get the last laugh. A 2-run home run by Giancarlo Stanton gives them an early 2-0 lead at the end of 1. Top of the second inning, Jordan Montgomery now has some breathing room as Giancarlo Stanton just hit a Stantonian home run. Oh, God. To give them a 2-0 lead. Top of the second inning, Montgomery against the second baseman Michael Brosseau. First pitch, a called strike.
What a cool thing it's become here in the Bronx, and well-deserved for Aaron Judge, of course, with the way he exploded onto the scene as a rookie in 2017.
What a magical year.
Very interesting. They're showing Aaron Judge, even though he wasn't the one who hit the home run, except he struck out. But no, Aaron Judge is going to be a huge presence for the Yankees, hopefully. Same thing with Giancarlo Stanton, but someone in that front office probably has to go. Brian Cashman, maybe, or is it anyone with the analytics? That was also a conversation piece as well. As Montgomery throws a 1-1 to Brosseau. That one a fly ball to right field. Running for it near the line is Aaron Judge, who will take a hop in the fair territory and will make the catch for out number 1 of the second. Here's Manuel Margot, the left fielder, walking up to the plate. So the Yankees are, it definitely feels like they're in a bit of a Squid Game situation, because you see how much they've performed over the past 10 years, but it really does feel like someone behind the scenes is really controlling what they do and the decisions they make, especially given what happened back in the, I believe it was the division series. Yeah, the division series against the Rays last year. And really just the recent postseason endeavors in general. And the count now, a ball and 1 strike. Montgomery against Manuel Margot. The Rays have yet to have a hit. 1 out in the top of the second. This one a ground ball fielded by Urshela, who throws from the line in the infield dirt to the grass and will make the play for out number 2.
And that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
I'll bring up the catcher, Francisco Mejia, here on MLB The Show, and even 300 batting average. And Tampa Bay, they won the division and are currently in the midst of what is their most successful season in franchise history, and they'll hope to continue that. They also have their first 100-win season in franchise history, too. They finished with a 162 record. The game right now in Boston, still in the bottom of the 10th. And the count now, a ball and a strike again from Montgomery to Mejia. Once again, swung on, a ground ball to Urshela, who throws to first. It is in time, and that will end the top of the second. And the Rays looking to prevent some more damage being done by the Pinstripes in the bottom of the second.
Fourth, the veteran outfielder, Brett Gardner.
And we're now back in the bottom of the second inning. Brett Gardner leading off for the Yankees against Tyler Glasnow. First pitch is up in the zone for a called strike. The Yankees looking to add on to their 2-0 lead after Giancarlo Stanton hit one to deep right center field that will fall in the Yankees bullpen. Give him an early 2-0 lead. Oh, excuse me there. Count, ball, and 2 strikes. Accidentally bumped something here. And the 0-2 pitch, Glasnow way inside, 1-2. It'll be Brett Gardner, Gary Sanchez, and Gio Urshela, the left fielder, catcher, and the third baseman. And when the Yankees have been up to bat, both sides have really had their fair share, where not only the Yankees got their only 2 base runners through, but Tyler Glasnow has also struck out the side against the other 3 batters he faced. And they're counting now 2 balls and 2 strikes after a wild pitch up and outside, or not a wild, but Mejia was able to grab it. And the 2-2 by Glasnow, another foul ball to Gardner. Brett Gardner, the longest tenured Yankee on this team, the only remaining player from their last World Series winning team in 2009. And the 2-2 pitch, that one a ground ball fielded by Joey Wendell at third base, but it is a foul. Gardner, Sanchez, and Urshela, they saw a couple of highlights from the American League Division Series. Now, when you watch this, when this is released, the game will be long over. You'll know who won. It's something else entirely when you're following it in real time. Just really good timing. The payoff pitch by Glasnow is inside. The fastball in the zone above the belt, inside, a little too inside. And Glasnow will get his first walk of the day. Here is the catcher, Gary Sanchez. So the Yankees, they've finished tied for second place in the American League East with Boston. 92 wins, 70 losses. Toronto was one of a couple of teams with incredible years, but had to miss the playoffs, and that was with a 91-71 record. They were just a game back. First pitch, a called strike to Sanchez. And Baltimore, on the very tail end of the standings, is away from everyone else at 52-110. But did play a very crucial part in the postseason, or very towards the end of the season, for how the postseason was shaped. Count at 1-1, Glasnow against Gary Sanchez. The windup and the pitch is just a little bit outside the zone. 2 balls and a strike. As the Orioles, they played against Boston. They beat Boston, which allowed Seattle to have a shot at the playoffs for a little bit. But unfortunately, they didn't do well in the final series of the year against the Angels. The 2-1 pitch, that is a strike called, down and a little bit out. And the count is even 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Yankees threatening with a runner on first base. The 2-2 pitch, that is a foul ball. A sharp foul ball down the first base side, 2-2. And the windup and the pitch, that one a swing and a miss. Strike 3 gets Sanchez swinging on a changeup. Strikeout number 4 for Tyler in the first out of the inning. In the second, here's the third baseman, Gio Urshela. Keep in mind, this is the third inning, so there is a chance that the number 9 hitter, Rougned Odor, will not have a chance at the plate. And depending on if you're a Yankees fan or not, you might think that's a good thing or a bad thing. Glasnow try to throw to first.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela.
And the first pitch is just above the zone, ball 1 to Urshela.
Urshela hits a little over the 270 mark.
And the 1-0 strike call, 1-1. Looking through the game right now, the
Runner at first here, one man
third
out.
game of the American League Division Series has just concluded the 10th inning. It is still tied at 4, which means we'll never see the ending of it. Runner goes to second base to throw to second for Mejia to try and get Gardner. Is not in time. A good jump by Brett. Very well timed, and just an overall great execution by the veteran Brett Gardner. Not showing his age one bit. And the count now at 1-2. The Yankees have a runner at second base. Glasnow, the 1-2 pitch. That one almost gets away from Mejia. It does get away from him for a little bit. Gardner still runs for it. And now he's at third. Mejia not quick enough to pick up the ball. That was less on Gardner and more on the catcher. Mejia. It's not like the ball rolled away from home plate, but it falls right near home plate. It's not like it rolls all the way to the grass, and now the count is 2-2 with a runner 90 feet away, and Glasnow throws a fastball inside, full count 3-2. 2-0 Yankees in the bottom of the second, full count. Runner on third base, and Brett Gardner got to second on a stolen base, got the third on a wild pitch. This one, a fly ball to right field, that's going to fall for a base hit. Meadows is going to field it. Scoring from third easily is Gardner, and the Yankees now have a 3-0 lead, an RBI single by Gio Urshela.
It didn't quite work out. Yeah, in today's game, everybody's fighting so hard to keep their hands inside the baseball that I think
And Rougned Odor,
pitch on the inner half, Dan, is
someone who has
exactly what the
struggled
batters
with the
look
plate
something he can
for the most part for the
get
Yankees all
inside and
year,
just
which
fist to the opposite
is
field.
just another part of the glaring inconsistency. Then the first pitch, oh, you can hear that. First pitch is a foul ball. It sounded like it hit something. It sounded like it hit like one of the signs that are under the upper deck. And the 0-1 pitch, that is a swing and a miss. Strike 2 on a pitch way up in the zone. Odor reaching for it. The longtime Texas Ranger at the plate. The 0-2 pitch by Glasnow. That is a strike 3 called. Another pitch up in the zone. This one looking for out number 2. And Glasnow has strikeout number 5. And that brings up DJ LeMahieu. Got on base on a single on a full count. Really fought for that base hit. First pitch is under the zone, ball 1. 25 pitches through an inning and 2/3 for Glasnow. And because this is a 3-inning game, there is a strong chance, unless the Rays score a fair amount of runs, then they're not going to come back. The count 1-0. Glasnow, the windup and the pitch upstairs. And the count now 2-0. Well, now at the top of the 11th inning at Fenway Park, Randy Arozarena at the plate. Game tied at 4. The 2-0 pitch, that is a strike called on the outside corner of the zone. LeMahieu getting a base hit, scoring on the 2-run home run by Giancarlo Stanton, and got to second base on a wild pitch before that. The 2-1 pitch, that is a strike right down the middle, evens it up at 2-2.
He must know something we don't know. That was a center cut heater with count leverage.
And the 2-2 pitch by Glasnow, that one fouled out or way. So for the rest of the games in the postseason, the Atlanta Braves tying the series in the NLDS with the Brewers 3-0, and the Dodgers tying the series with the Giants 9-2 yesterday. And the 2-2 pitch is outside on a curveball, full count. Excuse me. And the game between the Houston Astros and the Chicago White Sox is currently underway. Currently underway in Chicago, and the payoff pitch is outside for a ball 4. And now, given that it is a 3-inning game, if you're Tampa Bay, do you really want to take this guy out now, or do you want to have him just taken out now, or do you want to wait and see if he can get this final out? Because he has so far dominated Aaron Judge, just one at bat. Got him on a 2-2 count. Got a couple pitches that got away from him, and has a chance to finish off the second. Glasnow in the stretch, wind up, and the first pitch is a ball. Just gets outside. First time the Yankees have multiple base runners At second is Urshela. First base is DJ LeMahieu. And the windup and the 1-0 pitch, that's outside 2-0.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
And the Yankees looking to break more of Glasnow's rhythm more than he already is. Trying to break it more than it already is, and with that 3-0 count, that might be it.
2 on, 2 out with a base open.
Especially at the Yankee Stadium crowd and with runners on second, last thing he wants is to get the bases loaded.
This guy pitch and he can hit one out of the park on.
The count, 3 balls and no strikes to wind up and the pitch, and that is a strike just in the zone, 3-1.
Second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Tyler Glasnow looking to get out of the inning. The 3-1 pitch fouled away in the netting. Has been using his fastball for the most part. It's been using his changeup and curve pretty sparingly. The payoff pitch, that is a fly ball. Pop fly, stays right near home plate. Yandy Diaz glitching through Aaron Judge in order to make the catch for the 3rd out, but the Yankees would strike with another run. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 2 runners left on to the top of the 3rd. The Yankees have a chance to close out the Rays in the 3rd inning.
Joey Wendell digs in now. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup.
And we are now back in the top of the 3rd inning. Jordan Montgomery back on the mound. He'll face off against the number 7 hitter, Joey Wendell, who has not really had much playing time outside of the offense, but with apart from a foul ball, he's really just been watching the ball really go by him on other parts of the field. First pitch is low and outside, ball 1. It'll be Joey Wendell, Willie Adames, and Brett Phillips. Montgomery has just shut down the Rays offense for the entirety of this game as he evens the count up to Wendell 1-1. So the New York Yankees looking to rebuild in 2022. There's already talks of Aaron Boone possibly getting fired, although nothing has been made official as of the recording here. The count is 1-2, Montgomery to Wendell.
This guy is carrying himself with a presence.
And Jordan with the windup, ahead of the count at 1-2, inside 2 balls and 2 strikes.
But it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
But it'll be very interesting to see what would happen with Cashman and Boone and Steinbrenner, see how far that goes. And the 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 3. Sanchez throws over the first, gets him for out number 1. Now bring up Willie Adames, the shortstop. The Yankees dominating throughout the entirety of this game, through and through so far. First pitch inside, 1-0. On defense, it's mainly just been one man, Jordan Montgomery, but on offense, it's been the entire lineup. And the count now even at a ball and a strike. 1 out in the top of the 3rd. The Yankees leading 3-0 over the Tampa Bay Rays, who in real time has won the American League Division, and the Yankees have been eliminated from the playoffs and from just a possible shot at the division series, playoff contention. And Montgomery ahead of the count again at 1-2. The windup and the stretch. The throw, the pitch, ground ball fielded by Torres. The throw to first will be in time, a little high, but LeMahieu will make the grab for the 2nd out. And now we go to the number 9 hitter, Brett Phillips. He's been a very animated character outside of the field, too.
Brett Phillips will bat next.
And now Montgomery to the first pitch against the center fielder, Brett Phillips, is a called strike. Phillips, a fairly animated character off the field as well, with a couple of moments during the postseason while conducting some interviews. The count 0-1. This one a ground ball into the hole and left for a base hit, and Tampa Bay, with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd, has a chance to break the no-hitter, but for some reason Brett Phillips tried to steal for second. I can't understand that. I don't know why he did it. It's a 9-6, and that ends the game. Sure, it broke whatever chance that a no-hitter Mike Montgomery had, but that is that doesn't feel like a good way to end the game right there. It's a base hit by Brett Phillips, but there is a glitch in this game. Apparently, I have no idea why he tried to go for second, especially given that the ball was fielded in short left field. It's weird. I don't know, but at the end of the day, the Yankees win. The final score, New York 3, Tampa Bay nothing. Jordan Montgomery with the win, Tyler Glasnow with the loss. Yeah, it was pretty quick, easy, right to the point. And that'll be it for this video, for this MLB The Show simulation broadcast. As usual, you guys have been fantastic, and I'll see you on the next one.